Yo. Hey, what up, Funky? Damn. I'm so happy to be home. Oh boy.
Shall not hear this so still of our land in night.
What a long day.
What is this?
Within lie the catacombs. Stay vigilant, Master.
What's this?
Time to Kick back and dungeon crawl with the boys. Borat and our two sons. They're a little rambunctious.
Come to offer prayers for those who rest here in the catacombs. It's too dark to navigate without a torch. The crypt was fashioned ages ago, before the faith came to practice.
What's this? What's that?
What's this? What's that?
We need to open this gate to use the lift. Long ago, when the people worshipped the old gods, the gods of nature, we cannot pass through. Seems there's a room beyond the rubble. I suspect it's why they return their dead to the soil, to the Earth God. This looks interesting. That their souls might be cleansed and born anew in the coming generations. I'll take that. This place crawls with the undead. It will be easier going searching this area now. What is that? Some manner of an opening. We have triumphed. A walking dead there. Strength in numbers arisen. Did it! What's this? Best we leave it to us with various ailments. Judge from the smell, they save our lives. The air has lain still. If you lose your way, you need a fount of undead creatures. Check closely before opening the coffins. I believe ought to light. We could light this. Are you all right, Master? Mind you aren't cursed! This lever likely opens a door.
Hey, what's up, A2? They cut your hours at work? Nice. That seems good.
A walking dead there! Don't allow them to score! Strength in numbers arisen. That was hardly a warm-up. Master! Stout undead! Mind you are cursed! Seems the door is held closed by some mechanism. Strength in numbers arisen. And your ills are cured. There, Master. The undead. What dark, forgotten age saw this place? It's no graves. That was effective! I dare say, even if I did. Find an opening and then takes fire! You hardly falter in your assault. There, Master. Stout undead. Take care to stay clear. Strength in numbers arisen. Undead sleep beneath the earth. Lighting these lamps with the air, Master. The undead. Hit it. I'll take that. Die! Ha!
Not good because you're paying off tuition? Oh shit. Then that sucks. Did they say why?
A lever arisen. This must do something.
Oh crap, I forgot to open that other door. Also, I got my mission accomplished, kind of,
Now we
today.
down below.
I went back to that bar. Where I fumbled the
It appears
interaction with that girl.
no common of this area.
I feel really good about it. My intuition is incoming layoffs. Uh-oh. Dude, everybody's getting laid off.
From a natural cavern. What's this? It's half a labyrinth inside.
Tell the story. Alright, I was waiting for, to make sure that people are here, because I don't have to say it twice. But, you know, so I did a karaoke gig at this bar the other night. And, there's a girl working there that was really cute. And as soon as I saw her walk by, I was like, felt the anxiety. I was like, And, you know, long story short, at the end of the night, as I was loading my car, she came out with my last two bags, carrying my last two bags for me. I was like, oh, thanks. And I took one, and she was like, I can help. I'm leaving anyways. I was like, okay. And so as we're walking to my car, and I'm like, oh shit, be cool. And we have like a brief interaction, and she's clearly open to me chatting her up. But I fled the scene like a coward. And so I did a lot of introspection about how to, overcome this anxiety that's plagued me when it comes to cute girls that I like. And when I was talking to my therapist about it the next day, she'd kind of mentioned, like, I mean, you could go back. And I was like, yeah, I guess I could. But the fact that I won't, tells me I shouldn't be too hung up on it. But then as the day went on, I was like, what if I did? And so tonight I had another gig that was about a 30-minute trek from that bar. And I decided to go. And I thought about it a lot, how I was going to approach this situation. And I was very nervous. But I remembered the 3 lessons that I discovered from the previous time, from the other night. The 3 lessons were: slow it down. All these different threads in my mind become this jumbled ball of yarn in the moment, and I end up tossing that ball of yarn into the back of the closet instead of just slow down. Just remove one of those threads. Just focus on removing one. So I envisioned that. The other lesson was appreciate myself. Take a look around. I'm the only me. I look all around me and there's all these different people, but I'm the only me. So I did that. And the third thing is accept awkward moments. Just accept it. It's okay. The worst case scenario is I do something weird or say something weird and I never see them again. It's fine. It's okay for it to be awkward. Just slow down, appreciate me, accept awkward moments. And so, I get to the bar and I'm kind of lingering up the street, like trying to psych myself up, letting the nervousness pass, letting the sort of like adrenaline pass. And I'm like, all right, it's now or never. I go inside. I'm looking around. I don't see her. So I was thinking about how to approach this dialogue-wise. I felt, because I didn't get the girl's name, and I felt like it would have been weird for me to go in and be like, hey, is the girl with the bangs working tonight? And they're like, who's this guy looking for this girl? I'd feel like it would put up their kind of like caution flags. So I decided to go in under the guise of, hey, I forgot something. I was here setting up karaoke and I forgot something. And that's what I did. And I was immediately kind of put at ease because the hostess recognized me. I was like, hey, I did karaoke the other night. And she was like, yeah, I remember you. I was like, oh, well, I think I forgot something. And I felt like my plans were about to be dashed because she directed me to the big stoic general manager guy. And I was like, uh-oh. So I go over to him and I still don't see the girl, I don't think. And I'm like, hey, I think I forgot something. And so he walks me to where my shit was. And I look around, I'm faking, like I didn't leave anything. And I felt like he knew that I was bullshitting, but maybe I'm just projecting. I was like, all right, well, whatever. And he was like, all right, I'll take your number and we'll call you if anything comes up. So I'm like, all right, well, I can't leave without at least trying to... So I had a note written with my name, my number, and a little message that said I felt bad for leaving so suddenly. It would be nice to chat more. And I drew a little smiley cat face. And so I go back to the hostess. And I'm like, all right, I left my number with the GM. And she was like, okay. And then I was like, the girl that had like the bangs that was closing the other night. And she was like, oh yeah, we'll pass your contact to her too. But I was like, yeah, well, can you give her this? And I hand the folded piece of paper, and she immediately knew. And she immediately was a homie, and that was awesome. She was like so cool about it. Like she, did a big smile, and she was like, "Oh yeah, of course." Oh, And I was like, "Yeah." So we chatted a little on my way out, and I felt bad for leaving so quickly. So if you could pass that to her, and she was like, "Yeah," She was super cool about it. And so that was that. And I feel really good. I think I got a lot of experience points from it. I feel like even if she doesn't text me, it'd be a little disappointing if she didn't. But I feel like I really leveled up. I feel like I really gained a lot of experience points, and it's made me more confident. I think it really buffed my confidence, at least for now. It's like a skill like anything else. It's something that needs to be maintained, but for now, I'm feeling good. Again, it would be kind of disappointing if she doesn't text me, but we'll see. It wasn't... So the other thing that was helping me was just focus on the experience points. This is about the experience points. It's not about completing... it's not about getting an A+ on the quest of her texting me and us getting married. It's just me giving my number to someone who can get it to her. Getting those experience points is all that matters. And that definitely took a lot of the pressure off for me. But yeah, if anyone else is in the same situation, these are the tools, the three tools. I don't have like a good, like catchy, way to describe these yet, but slow down, appreciate myself, accept, embrace the awkward moments. Do not fear the awkward moments. And do it for the experience points. The four pillars. To erase my anxiety, I just straight up go to I don't give a fuck mode. Yeah, I kind of, to tell you the truth, did that too. A little bit. Like, detach. Dissociate from, like, other people's feelings. And just, like, aura farm. Treat it like it's a movie or something. Let's go. Oh, stop the dark future with Days of Femboy. That's cool. You handled it and it went good. Yeah, I'm glad. But it ended up being a really long day because of that. I was like so in my head, both the way there and the way back, that I fucked up my public transit commute like multiple times and ended up taking way longer to get over there and to get back to the venue. So I didn't really get a break. But yeah, we'll see. It'd be really cool if she did text me. That'd be like, the cherry on the cake. On the cherry on the whatever. Icing on the cake. Yeah. I was so conflicted on how to approach it and what to say once I got there. Whether to be like straight away honest or to use a cover story for why I was back. And I also kind of like that I didn't really tell anyone that I was doing this, and I didn't ask anyone for advice. I just went with my own judgment. I was like, I gotta do this on my own.
Arab Assassin 13 just redeemed Hydrate. Angel Wing Zero has uploaded a YouTube video, Angel getting females? Not clickbait. 26, or a farming guide.
Dude, this would be a great video. This and the previous discussion from Thursday. Yeah, we should totally make that into a video. I don't think I don't remember. I'm sure I've given a girl my number, you know, on a piece of paper before, many, many, many years ago. But I don't remember. If I did, I don't remember it. How to get a woman you like full guide? Yeah, how to pass the QTE dialogue check. Yeah, maybe I was wrong. Maybe talking to girls is a QTE. I was a little disappointed. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell if she was there. I was a little disappointed, you know, because I was swagging today. I was dressed cool. Well, I mean, I was dressed normal. But, you know, on Thursday, I was dressed professional. I was wearing like a button-up tucked in with a suit jacket that was a little too big. So I wasn't really swagging on Thursday, but I was swagging tonight, so... Whatever. We'll see what happens. Arab getting males expected chopped.
And crumbled here. Let's have a look. What's more, it's a royal place. I've learned a new way to fight. Still, these vermin come. No one is undead creatures in such a place. I wonder what's inside. Be sure we carry an ample store of oil to keep the lantern burning. Best we brought cures for various ailments. They may save our lives.
So now the final boss is going to be talking to Sensei again. Yeah, I think those 4 pillars are going to like really help going forward. What the?
It grows with the life it steals.
Hey, what are you fucking... What are you stooges doing over here, man?
Need magic to fell this beast. Patience and vigilance.
They're stuck. Dude, get... Get your ass out of there. Alright, where's this fucking phantom at? Oops. Can you guys, like, fucking do something, Borat?
Phantoms release their host when attacked. I see no way. There's a fool rushes in against an unknown foe. We need magic. Hardly falter in their assault.
Yo, Borat.
One of us will free you. Phantoms release their host when attacked. Be still. I'll have them all.
Dude, these fucking knuckleheads are doing nothing.
Please don't overdo it. A stout undead. There, master. The undead. I'll split it open with fire.
Damn.
I'll brought us victory. We have triumphed. I shall restore your health. Hold on, I'll take that. There, Master. The undead. It'll take more than that. Burn them to ash. This looks interesting. Treasure, perhaps. It is a page torn from a diary. If you lose your way, you need but consult your map. Is the switch to open it nearby? This lever may open the way to Salvation's meeting place. I wonder what's inside. A lever arisen.
I hope she texts me. Like over here checking my phone.
Warrior of Crone approaches. I have been badly cursed.
Whoa.
I'll hold the creature still. Heroism is another way.
You're on that Stardew grind? Never stop gaming. The smellier someone is, the longer they've been gaming. Oh, so smelly is a sign of a high-level gamer. I'm Michael Jackson in Stardew Valley. I got the fedora and some clean blue shoes. Damn. That's swag. Doing the moonwalk on him.
What's that? I'll take that.
I'm locked in here. Sorry for
Best we brought
the
cures
lull.
for various ailments. They may save our lives.
This game is so sick.
My strength fails me.
Do you think she'll receive the note tonight? Uh-oh. I hope so. I think she was working, but I couldn't, to be honest, I couldn't tell if it was her or not. There's a girl that looked like her. I'm pretty sure it was her, but she was taller than I remembered. But, yeah, I'm sure she'll receive the note. Who knows if she'll text me tonight, or if at all. I'm kind of like back and forth whether my intuition says that she will or won't. I thought about leaving my Instagram handle on the note, but for whatever reason I decided not to. Retain some mystery. I don't know, maybe I should have.
that? Let's have a look.
Flex your followers number. Yeah. Cause yeah, like I was saying, I definitely was not on swag. I didn't have my swag on Thursday. I was dressed professional and kind of, you know, I don't know. But she seemed like very, she seemed, you know, like she liked me. Anyways. I'm glad that the hostess girl was so down to, you know, help me out. That made me feel more confident. I wonder which way I should go. This looks like a... Hopefully this is not the way forward, but a side path.
You may be able to get down. Treasure, Master.
Hey, how do I get that treasure?
What's this?
Oh, weird.
This looks interesting. I'll take that.
I've been here before. Wonder how I get that treasure. Is there some sort of
Be
like...
sure we carry an ample store of oil to keep the lantern burning.
Dark Arisen, Catacombs, second level, underground chest. Okay, so I was sort of close.
A well-formed party can often fell even foes stronger than they. We can climb down here. A walking dead there! I wonder what's inside. Where could this path lead?
Also, there's another... Is that a thing I can get under there? How do I get that?
Attack! Quickly!
Hell yeah.
I shall restore your health. Hold on.
It's a pretty intricate dungeon. Nice. Violet ring, huh? What is this? Set of salvation robes. Ooh. Damn, Borat's gone dark mode. We got evil Borat in the house. Sweet. That's dope. Hell yeah. Thing is, there's a fucking... There's a... Oh. It's gone now. Weird. Still no text. They're closed now. They closed at midnight. If she hasn't left, she's probably leaving soon. Kinda don't think she will.
We can likely use those to hide, should the need arise. There, Master. The undead.
Ugh, ogre.
Let go! Be still. I'll have them all. It's weak to fire.
Ogre and... Hey. Oh!
Fire. It's too powerful.
Stab him his ass. Damn, we're barely doing any damage to this fucker. Ah! Unhand me. Oh, he's carrying me like fucking King Kong. Hey, unhand me. He's kidnapping me. Where are my homies? Fuck yeah. Very nice.
They may save our lives. What's this? This looks interesting. Here's a place for the dead, yet I feel eyes upon me.
This game is so good. In for a cozy night, laying down, playing Stardew with my bowl of blueberries. That's awesome. That's so Saturday coded. Dude, it's Saturday night. That's like one of the coziest nights of the week.
Best we brought cures for various ailments. They may save our lives.
Keep an eye out for hidden treasures. Whoa, is this boss room? This looks like it's about to be a boss room. I don't remember this dungeon at all.
What's that? What's this?
Forgot what you wanted me to edit in the VOD. Oh, for the geezer gaming video? Nothing fancy. Just like, you know, take out the boring parts. It's okay if it's ends up being a little long, but just take so there's the Happy Console Gamer video, and the discussion starts with looking at old gaming and anime forums on neoseeker.com, and that leads into watching the Happy Console Gamer video. And yeah, just trim it down, nothing fancy, basic edits. If you feel like doing more, that's okay. There's also the Food for Dogs one. If you want to do that too, feel free if you feel like you're on a roll. But we can also split the work. I can do the Food for Dogs, you do Happy Console Gamer. Up to you.
A dying lantern oft dooms its bearer to fall. Those who fall in here soon rise again. Just being in the cloud of undead.
And then we definitely got to do this Bangs Girl saga. Maybe wait until I know if she texted or not. So in a few days. In a few days we'll know.
What's this? This looks interesting.
Whoa, scale armor? Cool, it's not as good as my current armor, but it's also not upgraded. But it does look cooler. Oh, but now it's clipping through my coat, or is it supposed to? Maybe it's not clipping. Maybe it's supposed to look like that, but it looks kind of weird. We'll go swag over stats. What the fuck is this?
What's that?
Direwolf cave. Oh. Your dog is trying to get into your blueberries? Hungry? Yo, let him have one. Hey, can't a dog can't get a blueberry? Can't a dog get just a single? Yo, let me get a Lucy.
Someone speaking. Let's follow that voice to its source.
In such incompletion, while we remain in this material.
The voice grows clearer.
And it is in that incompletion of soul that all humans suffer. Pain and lamentation finds its inexorable source. Whence then is salvation?
We are close.
It is not to be found in pleasure.
Seems it won't budge. Let's move on.
For pleasure is but another manifestation of the soul's potential weakness, a distraction born. It is but a shadow.
We're nearly there.
No less transient illusion. For the soul cannot find true pleasure in this world.
Eyes upon me.
This world, which rises and struggles against its failings, bludgeoned by its own heedless throne. In a true, proper world, all souls were
We're nearly there.
in an even state, perfect and complete as they are unshaken.
Ooh. Oh, this is the cult.
Where can we look to
Yeah,
find
I forgot. This quest we were tracking down a cult.
equilibrium?
Oh, it's saving.
Our tortured world.
Observe the gathering.
Take care not to step on any stray bones. These are dark times, brother.
Whoa.
Dark monster. Have you heard of them?
Come to join our flock, Arisen.
Oh shit.
This is the answer, dear Arisen!
Hold up, I'm gonna need a Zin for this one.
To all things, death and chaos!
No, bro. I don't play with no cult shit. See? This is why I don't fuck around with magic. Oh my god, what is this Resident Evil motherfucker? You got a girlfriend in Stardew? W. Also, dang, this is not the best time for me to realize I need to stand up and stretch and use the restroom. Maybe leave it on a cliffhanger. Quick cliffhanger. Alright, give me just a few minutes. I'll be right back. Thanks, everybody. Hey, sorry. I got held up arguing online. Me and my friend are arguing about Graham Plattner. I don't know if you guys know who Graham Plattner is. Still arguing. Sorry. Anyways. So, the discussion I'm having with my friends is there's this guy in Maine, the state of Maine, running for Senate. His name is Graham Plattner. He has really good rhetoric. really good aura, really good policies. He's this like super macho oyster farmer guy, really masculine, and has very progressive, socialist leaning positions. The only thing is he was a career military man. In the Marines, he was like a gunner in the Marines. He had a brief stint in even Blackwater in 2018, which a lot of people are sussed out by. He also had a Nazi tattoo. However, the Nazi tattoo was the Totenkopf, which is a cool-looking skull. And, his excuse for that is he didn't know what it was. He just thought it looked cool. And he got it in Croatia, which, not surprised that Croatia might have, like, fucking Nazi tattoos on the wall that you can, pick out. So that makes sense. And, I didn't know what a Totenkopf was either until, a few years ago. I think most people don't. Who? His name is Graham Plattner. He's running for Senate in the state of Maine. So he's got really good positions, really good policies, really good rhetoric. Just a sussy background. For me, I take a very charitable position on it. It's not good. His military history isn't good. But people have the capacity for growth. There's no time limit on when they should change their mind, when they should have a change of perspective. There's no deadline. My buddy was arguing that, Grant Plattner was in Blackwater in 2018. And I was like, why does that matter? What does 2018 matter? And his argument was that in 2018, most people knew that Blackwater was bad. I don't think that's the case necessarily. I think there's still a huge segment of our population who don't even know what Blackwater is, let alone think that it's bad. In our society, still to this day, becoming a Marine is highly incentivized. Many, 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 many millions of Americans think joining the army is good. Joining the military is good. Yeah, Blackwater, the mercenary group. A huge millions of Americans think it's good. And hell, millions of Americans voted for Trump. So, I think we really take for granted the fact that we have a very informed, very informed position. We're interested in these things. We research them. We're, educated on it. But we really take for granted that that's not the default. It's just not. And again, there's no time limit or deadline for someone to have a perspective shift or come to enlightenment. So if he was in Blackwater in 2018 and then got out and was like, wow, that's kind of fucked up. That's good. I don't know how else you to describe that besides good that the person grew. Hell, Israel has been committing war crimes for generations, and only in the last couple years have people come to realize it's bad, actually. Right? Are we going to be like, oh, that people were still supporting Israel, oh, they're supporting Israel in 2018. Yeah, so what? Hey, dear, oh dear, welcome. Doing shit because the war right now? Oh yeah, where are you at? Are you in a region being affected by it? It's really horribly fucked up. You know, I try not to get into politics too much on here. You're in Iraq? Wow. Damn, I hope you're alright. Can I ask, do you mind if I ask how old you are? Because I'm 34. So I grew up, in America. My adolescence was during the Iraq War and the War on Terror and all that. And it's just so mind-bogglingly evil what America has done to that region and still does. It's, I can't wrap my head around how evil our foreign policy is, and it's just awful. And then, again, most Americans are just simply not aware of these things. They simply don't know, and they don't care. In some ways, it's understandable that they wouldn't care because, it's not easy. Everyone's, struggling to pay their bills, getting laid off. The material condition in America is not great at the moment for a lot of people. We're very lucky, especially our regional location. We're very, lucky in that way. But I do, I don't hold it against Americans because also, our media and news, it's not easy to get, real news coverage. It's all propagandized. America is one of the most propagandized countries in the world. So it is understandable. But I think if people knew, if Americans knew, there'd be more outrage, I think. If people in America heard, people don't know what Iran is, dude. They don't know. They don't know that Tehran was, a normal-ass city with, art and culture and history and people at cafes and going to universities and it's I actually watched a video today. There's a video today that came in my feed. It was a Iranian teenager who did a short little video talking to the camera about what it's like to be a teenager in Iran right now. And she was saying she was at school in art class when the bombs started dropping and everyone was scared and clinging together, and it's dude, we are committing terrorism. We are that is absolutely unacceptable and evil. And Americans just don't see it. Because they're not it's not easy to see it. You have to kind of go out of your way. And this is what I was trying to explain to my friend, which is that we really take for granted the fact that we have followed these things, but most Americans just don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear, dear oh dear. I hope you're doing all right. I'm glad you found my stream. How did you find my stream? Mid-20s. I dislike people who try to guilt you because you want to do anything that's remotely bad in their eyes. For example, I've been guilt-tripped for wanting to work at the Department of War after college. Oh, what happened from 2003 until now affected the place. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I am really fascinated by the Iraq War post 9/11 because that's another place that people just don't understand. Americans just don't understand. And something that really stuck with me is there was a documentary about an Iraqi metal band. And this documentary came out in the late 2000s or early 2010s, and the lead singer of the band had fled Iraq and then was back, and they were following him around, and he had this statement that has stuck with me for years, and he said, "The worst thing America has done to the people of Iraq is make Saddam look like a saint compared to what we have now. I was like, God damn. People just want to go to school. They want to like go. They want to work. They want to put their feet up. People want to buy soda pop, you know? And people in other countries do these things. And we just like, Americans are so sheltered and uneducated and propagandized. They don't see it. They don't empathize. It's fucked up. I hate it. They offered me a scholarship and guaranteed employment. Yeah, I mean, see, like, that's reasonable. People have to take the opportunities they're given. Right? It's not on any one individual to change the system or be, like, morally consistent no matter what. You know? I'm Egyptian but live in the U.S. No, need to talk about that. Found it like Dragon's Dogma 1. My father died because of the 2003. I've never known him. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I'm sorry if this is like a touchy subject. We can, you know, play the game. For the most part, what I want my stream to be is a place for people to escape the real world for a little bit. And just come chill and enjoy some gaming. Enjoy some banter. So, I usually don't get into politics like this. It just so happened that I was arguing with a buddy of mine while I was on stretch break. Sometimes if you want to be not poor, you got to do things people don't agree with. Yeah, unfortunately. And it wouldn't necessarily have to be like that. You know, there are different possibilities, and I hope things change here soon. There are a lot of good people running for office currently, you know, like the socialist wing is gaining a lot of momentum, and the centrists and right-wingers are panicking. So I see that as a hopeful sign. He was a cop, so he was from Saddam government. So the Iran gangs wanted him his head. Oh my god. That is a really fascinating story to me, but yeah, I'm sorry. I hope you're doing okay. I'm glad you're here. We don't have to keep talking. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing your story, buddy. We can get back to gaming. We're in the middle of a boss fight. I'm fighting a cult and a horde of zombies. I'm not like a Nazi sympathizer. Oh, that's not a great way to start a sentence. I'm not a Nazi sympathizer, but they should have arrested the 70-year-old who was in a library and bookkeeper in Nazi Germany. Like, bro, he either had to bookkeep or support his family or be shot. Yeah, I mean, that is also like a very fascinating human study, like how people become collaborators or participants in those sorts of evil acts like Nazism or Nazi Germany. There's some pretty good like books about it. But yeah. No war, just peace. Maybe we should watch the Maduro video real quick to lighten the mood. And then get back to gaming. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here, I think this is it. This is a very, this video gets me hype. This is a very funny, nice video.
Not war, just peace, forever, forever, forever. Decirle al pueblo de Estados Unidos No a la guerra.
Can I tell you
No
something? Yeah, of
queremos
course.
una guerra en el Caribe ni en Sudamérica. No.
Let her rip.
War. Yes, peace.
Yes, peace.
No a la guerra loca.
This song is so sick.
No crazy. No crazy girl. No. ¿Cómo se dice en inglés? Please, please, please. Yes, peace.
Yes, peace.
Yes, peace. Peace forever.
Peace forever.
Peace forever. Peace forever. Esto se llama lenguaje tarzaneado.
Yes.
Tipo Tarzán sería sí paz, sí paz, sí paz por siempre. Sí paz, 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 sí paz, 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 sí paz, 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 sí paz, 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 paz. Not war, just peace.
Not war.
People United States. De parte de the People Bolivarian Republic.
Not war, just peace. Peace forever. What people from the outside don't know, that Iran took advantage of Iraq, got fucked week from the war 2003. So in 2006, they started to take down under the Tabil. So by 2011, they had the full control of Iraq. Wow, Iran did? Yeah, I don't know pretty much anything about the relationship between Iran and Iraq, but I'd like to know. Oh, took down Iraq under the table. Dang. Yeah. If you have any, like, resources where I could learn about that, I would like to be educated. My heart goes out to the people of Iraq. Beautiful nation. I would love to visit. I think Iraq is so cool. It has so much, like, cool history, and it's, you know, a very interesting thing. America is so young, only like a few hundred years old, right? So we don't have, like, you know, the oldest shit we have are like houses from like the 1700s, right? But in other countries in the Middle East, people can go outside their house and see shit that's like thousands of years old. And Americans, I don't think, really appreciate that. They just don't, like, think about it. They aren't aware. But I think it's so fascinating and interesting and cool that places in the Middle East have, you know, shit that's still around from thousands of years ago. I would love to visit. Someday. You can't. Like I said, it's under the table. You won't find a thing. Here, if you talked about it in my place, you'd really fuck you. We'll die in a day or two. Damn. Well, thanks for sharing. You know, I was learning a little bit about the Arabic alphabet. I'm also really, we have people in my community from all over the world, which I really like. We've got people from, you know, South America, got people from Europe, Canada, Middle East now. And I happen to be really interested in language. And written Arabic has always been like so mysterious to me. I'm like, I can't understand how anybody would read this. And so I was like, out of curiosity, looking into it recently. It's very cool. Like, it seems so like efficient. Seems like such an efficient writing system. They got good food. Except for that yogurt rice dish my Iraqi stepmom makes. Or yogurt rice dish. You got good English, dear oh dear. You've become caffeine resistant? Yeah, me too. From TV? Dude, Clover learned English from TV too. I'm learning Japanese. Oh, they're talking. I'm currently learning Japanese. I'm in school for Japanese. And man, I've been watching anime and Japanese movies and video games all my damn life. And only was able to learn words here and there. It's so impressive that people... One of my coworkers who's Chinese, former coworkers, she was Chinese and could speak English, Chinese of course, and Japanese. She told me she learned Japanese from watching anime. I'm like, dude, not fair. Why haven't I learned it? It's called Gurdu. Disgusting. Without the TV, I won't be good at that. Won't be that good. Yeah. English is relatively easy to absorb from media. Yeah. And it really is, I imagine, you know, English language pop culture has been so globally dominant and ubiquitous. So it does make sense, but I'm still, like, so jealous and impressed. English is fucked up. English, we've talked about this before, but English is just, like, an absurd language. The other thing is English is everywhere. Right, right.
We have triumphed. What connection does the Knights Champion have to salvation?
80% of the internet is written in English.
Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, and for example, like, Japanese internet is pretty, compartmentalized. Like, you're not gonna get, like, Google results in Japanese unless you use Japanese Google or Google with written Japanese. I see a lot of Japanese in my feeds and timeline because I follow Japanese accounts. But, yeah. Like, at least in America, you're not going to come across foreign media generally unless you look for it. Though there has been quite the influx of Korean media. Shows and movies have become quite popular here. They've become more popular than Japanese content, that's for sure, outside of some anime. I was surprised at my coworkers and I were having, like, lunch together at the warehouse a while back, and we were chatting, and I think we were talking about anime or Japanese movies, and nobody knew anything. And then I said, I want to watch some K-dramas. And as soon as I sent that, everybody had something to say. I was like, damn. Everybody watches K-dramas. Hate English so much. It is so weak by the meaning. What I hate about English in Arabic had everything its own word. But in English, the word ring, it might be a thing on the finger or the call. Yeah, it's crazy. Dude, there's so many words in English that can mean like totally unrelated things. I personally, as a native English speaker, appreciate that about it because it's just like, I don't know, I find it really amusing and like what the hell? Why is it like this? Yeah, so many words sound very similar. It just makes me laugh. And I heard recently that part of the reason for this is because there were, you know, many different backgrounds that came to America, and the different words and meanings sort of like meshed and converged and got fused together. But yeah, I think it's interesting to look into sort of the evolution of English. And, you know, I have sympathy for people trying to learn English. I have so much respect, dude, for people that do learn it. And, yeah, I'm like very impressed.
What connection does the Knights Champion have to salvation? It is a mystery. After the Elysian.
And, you know, growing up, I was not really exposed much to people that spoke different languages. I mean, here and there, you know, my best friend in elementary and middle school his family was from India. And so they would speak Hindi. You know, I never really had to think about it though. And considering how terrible I was at school, I thought I just was the type of person who wouldn't be able to learn a second language. So I sort of just wrote it off. I was like, I don't think I'd ever be able to learn Japanese. I just don't think my brain works for it. But it wasn't until I started working at an international company with people from all over who all spoke at least 2, sometimes 3 languages that I became very inspired. And I was like, I mean, if they can learn English, maybe I can learn a second language too. I had extra classes for English growing up, learning Arabic very young, then having English forced on me in school messed a lot of shit up. Oh, do you still know Arabic?
The zealots slipped past, but at least we snared this one. An humble prize, to be sure, but at least he's talkative. No honor among thieves, eh?
It was just a lark, all in good fun. I never gave over to that rot about destruction and salvation. Never.
Just the same, it'd be trouble if we let him go free, now that he's seen the 2 of us together.
Yo, Diro, what's your favorite vocation in this game?
Promise me.
I think this playthrough I'm gonna go for Mystic Knight.
He's all yours.
I think I haven't played Mystic Archer or Magic Archer. I'm kind of curious about that one too. I don't use it. It's mainly for my dad. Back in my day, there was no such thing as school in Egypt. So when he moved to the States, he couldn't learn English. He barely passed the citizenship test. Whoa. You know, something I really hate about American perspective, there's all this talk these days about what's the word? God damn it, what word am I looking for? Immigrants, you know, learning American culture, something, something, something. Assimilation. There's a lot of talk and a lot of talk and discourse these days about cultural assimilation, immigrants assimilating, and people thinking that immigrants just don't or don't want to. But what they fail to understand is assimilating as an immigrant doesn't just happen. It's something that evolves over the course of sometimes generations. Like, I was fortunate to grow up in towns that did have a lot of first generation immigrants. And I had a lot of friends whose parents were immigrants, and my friends were very clearly American. They spoke English just like me. They watched all the same things as me. They were as American as I was. There was no difference aside from their parents, being from a different background. If anything, they had some, fortunate, they had a, better sort of education and perspective, I think, than I did. But people don't, a lot of Americans just, don't take the time to look at this objectively and be realistic. It's not going to just happen. And it's not that people don't want to, necessarily. But they also would want to retain their own culture as well, which is good. We want that. There's so much food. There's so much cool food that we have because of immigrants retaining aspects of their own culture. But yeah, I think people just need to have the patience to see it usually takes a generation to become fully assimilated, and usually just the first child of the immigrant is very much assimilated. So I find that perspective people have very frustrating to hear, and very short-sighted and reactionary. When he was getting his driver's license, they gave him the test in Arabic. Dude failed so many times because he could probably read Arabic, only speak it. Then the driving instructor felt guilty and let my mom help him. Aw. Dude, that reminds me of this story that I've told before. In middle school, I had a friend from Peru. And we took a Spanish class together. And of course, he came to America when he was 9 years old. And so we were in our middle school Spanish class, and he was like, dude, I'll do your homework for you. This is so easy. Because he was a native Spanish speaker. So I was like, oh, sick. Okay, do my homework. He did it, and he failed it. He got a D on my homework. I'm like, dude, aren't you supposed to be a Spanish speaker? How did this happen? Yeah, it's funny. A lot of native speakers don't even know their own language. I mean, Americans are constantly butchering English. They have no clue what they're saying. What do you mean table is not pronounced the same as vegetable? Or how wind, the noun, is pronounced differently from wind, the verb, despite being spelled the same? It's so crazy. Why is it like this? Vegetable. Why is it an A? Shouldn't it be an I? Vegetable. Like, why is wind not like WINED? But then wind would be like wined and dined. Like, wine, the alcohol. WINED would be like wined. Sometimes people say wined and dined. Wined and dined. It's like a, I don't know, like a little saying. Vowels do not have consistent sounds in English. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's amusing for me, but I have much sympathy. In Spanish, A, E, I, O, U will always sound the same in any word. Yeah. I guess it is just because so many, like, different cultures got fused here. It's interesting, like, watching videos of people demonstrating Old English. Like, medieval era English. And I can't understand them. It is so different. Like, English hundreds of years ago was practically a different language. So, like, if I were teleported to, like, the 1500s in England, I wouldn't be able to understand anyone. They wouldn't understand me. Hold on, let's see if we can find a video real quick of someone speaking Old English. Here's something. That guy, all he does is whine. Make sure to wind his toy. By the way, there's 90 miles per hour wind. God. Shaking in my damn head. Here, how far back can you go and still understand English?
If you had a time machine, how far back could you go and still understand English? In the 19th and 18th centuries, you'd probably still be okay. This is from the book Robinson Crusoe in 1719.
I, poor miserable Robinson Crusoe, came on shore on this dismal, unfortunate island, which I called the Island of Despair.
That's fairly easy to understand, but you might struggle with slang like battyfang and kikarapoo. And now, your birthday suit actually is a suit that you wear on your birthday. The 1600s is the time of Shakespeare.
Thy natural magic and dire property, unwholesome life, usurp immediately.
Harder to follow, but not everyone speaks like that. You would hear plenty of words you didn't understand, though. The bigger problem for you now is the pronunciation. The sound of the vowels has changed, and the accent is becoming much harder to understand.
Oh yeah, I've heard about this. The great vowel shift.
For example, T is pronounced tay, and gone is pronounced gone. In the 1500s, people essentially speak like the Bible.
Now therefore, thus saith the Lord, thou shalt not come down from that bed on which thou art gone up, but shalt surely die.
There are also hundreds of words that didn't mean a thing to you.
Hey, welcome back, Jammy. Classes in session.
Before about 1400, you'd hear Middle English, and you would hardly understand anything, written or spoken.
Juan dat April with his sure sorte, the drocht of March had perset to the rote, and bathed every lane and switchly core of which were engendered his the floor.
What the hell?
If you went all the way back to 1000 AD, you'd hear Old English.
Fader ore, fruthe ton helvenum, sie fin noma jo hargud.
What?
Tobe kume fin
That is a different language.
Je worde fin willo, on eurdon swa on helvenum.
Good luck explaining that you need 1.21 gigawatts to get home.
Let's find a basic video of somebody speaking Old English. From Old English to modern in one monologue.
Before I do anything else, I'm going to play this reconstruction first without any subtitles or notes. It's about 3 minutes long. It starts with reconstructed English as spoken in about 450 AD or thereabouts, and every few sentences it progresses forward a little bit until eventually we have modern English. And I'd be very interested to hear in the comments when you start being able to understand things. Ik hem geboren. Ik haldo skepo, swino, alpeku, nakoi. Nakoi. Ikwaat. Man nisgeburi finne koine kabje. Koi sindi pelku. Skepo swino rate kikinu. Man magsaas gabian. A koi sindi pelku.
Oh, up there at the top it's showing the year as it progresses, the years.
Skepo bildi nawicht. Jebor. Somewhere halde de reusi, Elias nawicht. Sod liceane rosu. I twesibil dei sa his rösi sturvun. Him weron all sa dagas grim. Ekich rös hebbe. Between Sam Husi and Sam
I don't understand any of it.
Glioda no manegos. Get into the farmhouse. The one. No ule kalle dat nicht. And guess were insane. Only fed above. No goat or the sheep or the cow was saying. He would say, sheep. Chickens, grass, turn the land, here and all in the nicht. Law I travelled far.
Okay, now I'm
I lived
understanding.
now on a farm, with sheep and goats, in a small house beside a field. The farm brings me great joy, although it is hard. The goats, the chickens, the geese. Again, my name's Simon. I've been making these videos for a few years now. I'm addressing a wider audience here because these videos always seem to get more views than my normal ones. And I'm very interested in the natural reality of how things were in the past. And in fact, me and some colleagues are nearly...
All right, I get it. Yeah, that shit is so crazy. Old English is just Dutch? Yeah, apparently. Phew, alright, that was a cool little detour tangent. Sorry for getting so derailed. It's getting late and I want to press some more buttons and get back to town and fix up my skills.
The sort like to hear reason. Come, sir. What's to be gained from bloodying your hands?
Chicken's grass torn the Landau language. Yeah.
What say we await perdition together?
Hey, what is this guy doing?
There's many a pleasure to indulge in ere salvation comes. I'll gladly furnish the coin.
Be sure we carry an ample choice to make use of various ailments. They may save our lives.
Spare me a reason.
Am I supposed to kill this guy? You must decide, kill the Salvation Leader or depart. Okay, what's the difference? What's gonna happen? Suggest killing him. Better option to kill him. Okay. Petition to make Filipino the international language? Hell yeah. Dude, Swagapino.
No, it's not my place to question.
I need to take another stretch break, but I don't want to, like, interrupt. I feel like if I take a stretch break, stream is gonna die when I get back. So let's just push through.
My. Didn't know if you'd have the stomach to do for an unarmed man. Suppose I was wrong to doubt it. Glad to know you're someone I can trust in times to come. And come they shall. I'll send word ere long, friend. We'll bring this skulk of foxes to bear, you and I.
Dude, what the hell is Singapore? What is Singapore?
'Twas sound judgment, Risen. This was the only way. If you feel a foe is beyond our means, there is no shame in fleeing. Even had you spared him.
History is so crazy. There's so much history of the world. Do you think there's a guy out there who knows everything that's ever happened? There's like an unbelievable, unfathomable amount of things that have happened. That's you? Alright, what happened in the year 1744 in the country of Bangladesh?
Treasure, perhaps.
Ninja was there. We played Fortnite. Wow. That guy is like eternal. Ninja. Wait, is Ninja still popular? I feel like he kind of fell off. No?
Let us return to the capital. What's that?
Not as relevant, but he still has his fan base. Oh shit, there's a lizard over there. Hey, what is this?
I'd not thought to find such a place here. I'll dispel the...
I saw a lizard over here. I want to kill his ass. Come here, Lizzie, Lizzie, Lizzie. Come here. Where are you?
Saurian!
Where? Oh, over here? Hell yeah.
That looks promising. This looks interesting. Find an opening, then strike.
Damn. We're having to fight it in water. That's not good. Oh, there's a lot of them.
upstream. Perhaps aught of interest is washed up.
Oh, we're soaked in water. Damn it.
This is a special
Oh shit.
Arab Assassin 13 just redeemed hydrate. Let's see if Angeling Zero Bot can speak English. I need to wind down. There is a wind coming. Aloe vera. Aloe vera.
Did she do it correct? I couldn't really hear it.
His survival.
Did she do it right? Also, none of these damn lizards dropped any items. What the heck? She did it correct? Wow, she's a genius. Also, where the hell's... Sometimes a griffin is around here.
Best we remain cautious, Arisen.
We gotta get back to town and... settle up, but... I was hoping to see the griffin. Oh well. Damn, no text still. I kinda don't think she's going to.
Some quests may require difficult choices. Be ready for anything. Please don't overdo it. Gran Soren, the beating heart of all Grances.
I'll be sad. Despite doing it for the experience points.
Set off from here. Seems this way leads
And
outside its
attempting to not have expectation of hearing from her. I think it'll be, you know, impossible not to be a little bummed. But that's alright. I try to appreciate all human emotions, because at the end of the day, it is human. You know, we're in a unique position as humans to be able to feel such a range of emotions. And even negative emotions like sadness can be a tool. It can be useful for something.
Why not stay? Take all the time. all the time. Do come.
Armorers trade in a wide variety of weapons and defensive equipment.
Here's the fun part. Unlocking new skills.
You seem to have your pick. And you, what will it be today?
Wow, we got a lot of discipline points. Damn. They don't let you equip enough skills. It sucks that you can only have 3.
What will it be today? What will it be today? What will it be today? Have your pick. Any you like.
Hmm.
Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today?
Sorry, I'm doing research. Okay, I guess we'll stick with fighter for one more rank increase. I'm really kind of ready to switch it up, but alright, Jamie. I'm gonna be following your lead here in a second. Yeah, I don't know how close my fighter is to getting another vocation rank increase. I'm definitely ready to switch to a different vocation, but at the next rank increase I'll be able to get one of its essential sword skills.
What will it be today? Have your pick. Any you like. Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today? What will it be today? Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today?
Alright, I can do this inventory management off stream. Wow, it's getting late. This was very fun though. Thanks for tapping in, guys, for the late night stream. Thanks, Jammy. Thanks, A2, Clover. Thanks, dear oh dear, and welcome. I hope we see you again. Thanks to Funky and anybody lurking. I appreciate it. I don't know what's on the agenda for tomorrow, but I know that it'll be fun and epic. We gotta finish Dead Island 2. So, We'll feel it out. You guys have a great rest of your night and a great day.